Hello everyone! So, a little bit different of a video from me here. As some of you might notice, I have my fake nails on, and that's because I had filmed this years ago. This was, I think it might have been the first year that I moved into this apartment here, and so that would make this a few years old now. And I finally feel good enough to at least talk to you guys about art and why I don't show my art very often, if at all, here on my YouTube channel. And there are multiple reasons, one of which has been a lot of me being scared too. I have a hard enough time showing people in my personal life my art, just because I think a lot of it stems from having gone to school for art, and I don't want this to come off as like a sad video or anything. It's something I am certainly growing through, and I would like to think that other artists could at least sympathize or empathize, and I think, even people in other disciplines and whatnot could maybe understand too, I'm not sure. But for me, in the art world, be it in undergrad or when I was going to grad school out in Boston, you're learning about not only how to create art, but also what the art world is like today. And the art world today is not for me, essentially. And that's not me complaining or griping or whatever, it just is a matter of fact. The art world in general goes through phases where, I don't know, maybe every 100 years or so, it switches from being art for art's sake. You want to draw the pretty thing, so draw the pretty thing, and people will appreciate the pretty thing. It goes from that and flips over to people wanting to, have an idea behind the art. They don't care so much about, talent isn't the word, but they're not looking for necessarily aesthetic beauty or, how good you are at drawing, painting, what have you. It's more, what was your idea and your intent behind the work? A lot of that started back with Duchamp. You can look all of that up, but, when he was putting a urinal in a museum and calling it art because, the displacement of it and la la la. And I personally don't like that art. I do like the thought behind it, but for me, I guess I'm just so much of a art for art's sake person, be it what I appreciate and be it what I draw myself, Even this little drawing here, it was so hard for me. I don't think anyways, maybe once or twice, but I really, in the year or two after graduating from graduate school, the graduate program I was in, getting my master's in fine arts, I didn't want to create art anymore because I felt so frustrated and stuck because I felt like I needed to have a reason behind why I was drawing or why I was painting or why I was making anything, be it a piece of art or even, a YouTube video. It just crippled me in that I really did. I felt like I didn't have any worth because I didn't have anything that I wanted to say in my drawings. So if I wanted to draw the flowers, I couldn't because that wasn't a good enough reason. And I hate that. I hate that that was so beat into me that it did. I don't know how else to say it other than it crippled me. It paralyzed me from wanting to create, and also the thought that it wasn't necessarily taught to me, but especially in grad school when you're on such a time crunch and everything. And for me, I was working 3 jobs at the time. I was living out on my own. I was struggling for sure. In general, also mentally, it was I had to produce something worth producing. I didn't have time to make a mistake or to make a piece of art that wasn't worth showing to my professors or that didn't pertain to a certain class or something like that. And so now it's like, you know, I have free time and I can draw, but I feel like, you know, my drawing or my painting or whatever, it has to be worth something. I can't just do this crappy little flower drawing here, which, like, showing it to you guys, it's slightly comical to me, you know, like, comical isn't the word, but, like, it's not a great drawing. You know, it's not my finest hour here in terms of artwork, which, I mean, you'll see once I finally prop the paper up. It's not my best drawing. It's not. But you know what? I had a great afternoon doing this drawing, you know? I just laid there on the floor next to my cat, who's off screen, Galileo, and just sat there for a couple hours, or not even a couple hours, I think it was just an hour, and just sketched, and felt okay with not creating something that was worthy of hanging in a museum and being framed and whatever else, you know? Like, just drawing because I felt like it and enjoying the process, you know, enjoying the scritch of the mechanical pencil on the paper and rubbing out the shadows and, you know, just doing the line work the way that I like doing line work and feeling satisfied with a piece of art that I created, even though it's not perfect, and still being able to say that it is perfect in its imperfections type of a thing. You know, I'm able to close that chapter, say, okay, I did the drawing, it's not done, it's not perfect, but it is what it is, and that doesn't mean that just because it's not perfect or whatever doesn't mean it's not worth showing. Who knows? Maybe someone will love this drawing. I don't know. But I'm trying to free myself up a little bit more here, especially since you guys have been requesting so often that I do make art on my channel, and I do want to do that for you guys, especially in the coming months once I do move to my new apartment, and I'll have a room where I will be able to paint and whatnot on my own. I can lock my cats out, you know, I should have good daylight and everything, and I'll be able to film those videos for you guys, and I'm really excited to do so, you know, like, I don't know how much knowledge I have that I can share with you guys that you can't already find on YouTube, but I hope that seeing my art is maybe inspiring to you to just pick up a pencil, give something a try, and know that no matter what you create and what level of creation it is that you created, that you're good enough and you did the darn thing, and good for you. Keep creating. There's nothing wrong with not making a masterpiece. There's nothing wrong with doodling. It's therapeutic to so many people out there, and I really hope that, I don't know, this video could help explain to you guys why I really haven't opened up about my artwork and my process and, you know, all that stuff. So here you go. Here's the drawing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this was a different type of a video for me here, but let me know down in the comments below if you want more like this, you know. I can go through my old artwork, show you guys that, or whatever else you would like. So, let me know in a comment. You can also thumbs up the video, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. And I hope you guys are all doing well, and until next time, stay well until then.